What's up, YouTube? I'm going to do a quick one. 124 scale box Caprice cars. We're going to take a look at the Greenlight offering. Now, I got these at the end of the summer, and we're just waiting to show them. I was able to get my hands on them a little early, but we'll show them. These are almost like pre-production ones, but they're basically the same as what you are now able to buy from your favorite online retailer, or if you see them locally, because a lot of places do carry these, especially the Hollywood 124th. So we're going to look at the Caprice, the early 80s one. Yeah, it's an 80. So first year for the like the phase 2 of this body, which came out in 77. Now I changed the interior color on this, and I also did a custom. So right now you can get this Caprice and a fictitious LAPD Caprice from Terminator 2, I think, or 3, whatever. It's an 87 facelift Caprice, so we'll look at that. But I took the parts from two of those, bought a second one of these, and I turned it into a unmarked car. So we'll take a look at this as well. Now they did add, the ones that are out, they'll have the spotlights in the A-pillar. But we'll do a little bit of a walk around. Let's look at the stock car first. So 1980, they had this front end come out, and during this time, the base car on this platform, the B body, was the Impala. Impala lasted to 1985 before soldiering on kind of as a different platform than the Caprice. But during this time, the Impala was the fleet vehicle as well, not just the base model car with less equipment and cheaper MSRP. You'd get a car for taxi or police. So if you see an older, 85 and older police car and it's a Caprice base, it's not correct. I only had Impala for that. So 1980, they went to this front end. The 77 to 79 car was the first downsized car on this platform, but they wanted to give it a little bit better fuel economy, so they did an aero treatment to the front and back. Deck lid was raised a little higher. The front was brought down. New nose cone was designed. Taillights were designed. We'll take a look. They did a really good job on this front end if you take a look at it. They don't have the hood ornament on there, but the headlights and the headlight buckets are really good. I especially like the trim rings around the headlight. That, to me, really has a good detail to it. You can take a look. So this interior was originally black. I painted it blue. I think I might repaint it red. These have opening doors. The hinge system on these, the driver doors on both castings were loose. So I have that shut, but we'll open up this one. By shut, I mean glued, if anybody has to know. I gotta take this apart. These are a little tricky to open. So what I might do is, instead of opening this car up, I have the spare. I bought 3 of these. I bought a police car and then 2 white ones to make the unmarked car. So we'll look at the one I took apart. Another really good upgrade on these newer releases from Greenlight is they've tooled up 2 different interiors. They have the regular stock civilian vehicle, and then they also have a fleet interior for the police, and we'll look at that here in a minute. They did a pretty good job of being able to do the 2 valences in the back. So this is the 80 to about 84, 85 back end where it had the individual squares. This one's not painted correctly. I haven't seen a release, like a production release yet, but hopefully they fill the silver in. This taillight panel, some of it would have been body color, but a lot of it would have had silver trim in there. So I haven't gone through and masked this off and painted it. I wanted to show you how mine came. Now this is supposed to be an A-Team car. It's probably going to be one of the few stock Caprices. Hopefully they'll make an exclusive or something where they'll do the 2-tone paint scheme, give it an interior color. So that'll be nice. Hopefully they do that. But the overall shape on this is really good. It's a lot better than the model car Group 118 Caprice, which I have a review on the channel. And you can see my thoughts on that. This captures the body lines of this car a lot better. Just like their 1/64 scale offering. This comes in, the back tucks in, it's not a straight flat panel. Same with this. Now this can come in a little bit more, like on the real car. Once you get this panel line here, this will come in more at an angle, but it's not bad. Greenlight's tires, 1/24 scale tires, are reused for this application. They kind of bridge the size of it being a lot bigger than a 15 or 16 inch rim, but not too much bigger than that. To scale, this almost looks like a 17 or 18 inch wheel, but it's really supposed to be a 15 inch, I think. So it's a little off there, but not by much. And it looks even better when we look at the unmarked car. So you can kind of see on the interior, even though I painted it blue, you can see the pleating on the seats. So that's all like that car. Now they would have had a like a velour cloth, and they would have had like a vinyl leather. This car's a full hard top, but a lot of the Caprice cars had the vinyl roof. And then in the later years, when they went to the 87 refresh, they had the little half vinyl too. Now in the early 80s, you can get multiple body styles. You can get a two-door, you can get the wagon, and you can get the sedan. Now 77 to 79, they had two different coupe styles. They had a Landau coupe with kind of more of an arrow back, and then they also had a regular coupe, and those are kind of cool looking too. Probably won't get to see those tooled up anytime soon. Now Greenlight just released their Impalas, like the 80 through 85, so you can get those now 1/64 scale, but nothing like this size yet. And I haven't purchased the 1/18 scale Greenlight, but it's similar to this car here. Now let's take a look at a little bit personal favorite of mine, the police car. 9C1 package was quite potent, especially the 87 and 90. You get a 350 car with a 4-speed overdrive transmission, heavy duty rear end, all whole 9 yards. One of the best police packages ever. So this is going to be an 87 version. Now funny enough, we're going to look at the parts of the parts car here in a minute, but when I bought this, the pre-production cars, they were all loose. And it was at the Greenlight Day in September. But they had a bunch of loose ones of these. And I should have bought more, but I just figured I'd get them in different colors when they came out subsequent to this. I don't need that many. I mean, 2 or 3 is enough for me. I mean, I'm really waiting on them to make the M-body Chrysler cars. I hope they do it in this scale. That'd be amazing. Did a great job on this. They have the correct mirrors. They have arrow mirrors on the facelifted car like this on the civilian cars, but not on the. They always use these mirrors on the police cars, so that's good. But the wheels are painted black, the steelies, and then you have the center cap in chrome. Now on the Terminator release, the whole thing is chrome, so I don't know if they forgot to paint them black or whatever. It's an easy fix if you buy the car now in a box. Just apply some paint. But I didn't have to do that. And I was really happy about these wheels, even though, again, that's a little bit, the scale of the rim is a little bit bigger than actual. It's still got a nice dish to it, and it still looks the part. So for what it is, I'm pretty happy. Now I did have to take the front clip off the car on the other car and replace it, because it's not simply the headlight bucket and the grill. You really got to do the whole front end, and it is different. So it's good that Greenlight did the 2 toolings. This became a little bit more aerodynamic. Of course, you have the flush headlight, but this is a different situation all around. The bumpers are interchangeable, but not that. So this car has got the different interior. Remember the pleating on the stock civilian one. So now we have the interior the way it's supposed to look on a police car, and Chevy did this package with this where you'd have like the cloth tweed on the surface of the seat, and then the rest of it would be vinyl. So it was a very, very good setup. You can kind of see it there. They had this split bench arrangement. Typically, you didn't have, even in 90, you didn't have all the equipment that the modern police cars have. Tons more stuff that they use nowadays. But back then, had computers, but it wasn't the biggest thing in the car like it is now. They didn't have these huge center consoles. This looks like a detective's car. It's got the great tan interior. We also have the map light, or the light there, whatever you want to call that, ticket lamp, whatever. And then the back. So we have that famous solid red light tail light treatment. We got the California tags. I was able to use that, and then I kept the emblem there. I think on 90, I don't think they had that there, but I liked it, the way it looks, so I left it. I think I can get this door open. Let's see. There we go. So you can see how good of a job they did. I think I did paint the floor black in this one, just to show that rubber floor that they had. Even if you can kind of get it in the screen, the pedals, they have their correct rubber, and then they have the silver around it. So I thought that was cool. 2-spoke steering wheel looks really good. So does the gear shift lever. See if we can get this on video. So just an awesome car. I like the way that the window treatment is. They still use the style where they put the window in from the outside, but the way the pillar on the doors is much finer, so it looks a lot more realistic. So they did a great job. Really, really cool cars. Hope everybody gets a chance to take a look. Now we'll back these up for a minute, real quick. We'll take a look at the parts car. So this car's been, yeah, good. Do I have it? Yeah, let's take it apart. So this is the police car. They have a new tooled light bar. I took the whole back end off this thing. Of course, I changed chassis completely. And this one has a stock black interior, as we can see. So you can see they changed the interior for civilian versus police. So that's kind of looked at. I don't even think we need to open it up. What I might do, though, is we noticed we have the third brake light on this window. So that needs to be applied to that car, because back then they didn't have that requirement yet. So we probably will change that. And then here's some pieces that I excavated off the white car to make the change. We have the front bumper, and then taillight bezels and bezels, however you want to say it. Bezel balls, whatever. Bezel. And then we have our taillights out of the early 80s one. So there's our parts car. This car will probably get refinished once I get additional vehicles. But we'll see. But definitely is going to stick around because I have stuff to do with it, I'm sure. So there's this one, just to show you what it looks like. Sod axle doesn't turn, so it does make a fun car to roll around. They roll beautifully, something I really like. So they're hardy cars, good diecast. If Greenlight gets the message, like Motor Max and Maiasto know that, if they figured out to make blanks of these, and the Crown Victoria, because they have a pretty decent 124 scale Crown Victoria casting. They also have the 75 Monaco in 124 scale. So they have some pretty good to start lineup of vintage police cars. They really need to make the blanks, white, black, whatever, like they do with the 164 scale. And these would be amazing for customs. Now, the next batch that are going to be the B-body cars is going to have the California Highway Patrol. Of course, I'm going to get that, maybe 2 of those. That'll be good. And then there's a Maine State Police, which is in a nice blue. And Maine has such a simple state police livery that you just take off a couple of tampos and it's a nice plain blue police package Caprice. So that might be another pickup for me to get another color. So more to come on these, and I'll probably show them off. I have all my 1/18 scale Mopar B body, the Fury, and also the Monaco. So we had those cars that we looked at, the 77, 78, the 75. So we looked at those. So big fan of police cars. I think these are tremendous. Hope everybody has a chance to get a few of these. They're really fun. First time we got a real box Caprice in 1/24 scale that, that really looks the part. So hopefully we get more of it. And thanks for watching. Thanks for all the new subscriptions. Thumbs up. We're going to do some more videos soon. So stay tuned. Till next time.